I'll tell you what, it is a very, very nice night out. But we've got some brief lightning alerts, I guess, that are out. I don't know what that means, but very, very calm. It is a beautiful day.
What have you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
A little windy at times, but for the most part, pretty gentle. Here's a tip that somebody told us, that whenever you get into a situation where there might be extreme high winds to the point where it could push over your RV, they said that if that's coming your way, you should fill all your tanks for weight ballast. Makes perfect sense to me. I never even would have thought of that. When we knew the storm could be potentially coming here, we loaded up the freshwater tank just in case that we had a problem with the water here, the power going out or something weird like that. But yeah, the rest of the tanks being full, that might be a good thing too. But yeah, it's a nice day. Okay, so everybody wants to know what's going on. Oh, it blew our bikes over. Wow, that's something.
So that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. There's some serious gust happening here, and you should have just felt the one that came through. I mean, it was brutal. So let me see if I can pull this up for you real quick. There are so many tornado warnings out and flood warnings, it's ridiculous. But here is the general idea of what's happening. That little pin, I don't know if you can see that or not, I'll try to block it here. That pin, that's where we're at. And obviously, this is where the hurricane is. That's almost downplayed to a tropical storm, so it's barely a hurricane if it still is even listed as that. So all this is obviously coming up our way. It's getting closer, and eventually we'll have some pretty severe stuff going on here. But I'm not too worried, are you? The wind was strong though. Maybe you should put a bungee cord over your grill.
I can just throw it underneath the thing.
That's true. I can't believe our bikes got blown over. What's the chances of that? I guess that could happen. So the thing here that is different than storms in Ohio, from what I can tell so far, is that the storms in Ohio, you can see them approaching, and of course you could see this hurricane approaching, but once they get to you, it's crazy. It's strong, it's windy, it's unpredictable. Anything can happen, but then it usually starts to die down little by little. Well, I'm going to tell you that with this thing, the thing that's going on, you've got these bands that keep on moving through. And I mean, you could see in the sky here, this is basically those swirling arms that you always see off a hurricane. This is inland. Just to let you guys know, this is inland, and the hurricane is still out that way, which I'm sure it's a tropical storm by now, or tropical depression, or whatever they want to call it. Let me get out here a little bit further. Maybe you can see in that direction more. Yeah, so it's out that way quite a ways. Miles and miles. But it's nice and calm now. Now earlier it was pouring down rain. Prior to that, the wind was blowing really hard, so much so that our neighbor took all of his screens off of his windows over here, and he pulled his cars over here. I don't think we'll have a problem unless the tree drops on my truck. That could happen, I guess. Could uproot. But not a big deal. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to buy a house, it's right across the street. I don't know how much he wants for it, but that's the couple from Indiana. It's been here a long time, and they're not traveling anymore. And that guy's poor cover down there. Let me show you what it looks like today. Like I said, these wind gusts that have come through, it's been really brutal. And it's bad. Alright, so it's raining. We're going to go in. And if we have a power outage,
We have a generator.
we have a generator. So let's go back in before we get wet.
Before we melt.
Before we melt. Oh, Heidi's phone's down here on the floor.
County in west central Florida until 1:45 p.m. At 1:12 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing...
So this has been going on
clear water
constantly.
at 40 miles
There's so
an hour.
many
Hazard. Tornado.
alerts.
Source. Radar indicated rotation. Impact. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter.
So that's Pinellas County. You guys can look at a map and figure that out. We're not. Still, we're in Pasco County. We're on the edge of Pasco County. And when I say edge, we're on the east edge of Pasco County. Now, Pasco County goes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, but we are on the east edge. And when I mean the east edge, when we went on our bike raid the other day and we were in that preserve, once we were deep in that preserve, way, way, way back, we were actually in the next county over. I don't understand how it can be, again, raining, pouring down the rain, wind blowing, moving the whole RV, and then you can't even tell there's a storm going on outside. No rain, no breeze, nothing. Now, there's people that are concerned, and don't get me wrong, we're not just cavalier about the whole situation, but
Where are you gonna go?
yeah, I'm not going to hook up and just start driving, and I'm not going to just hop in the truck and go somewhere and leave the RV here, because honestly, if we get in this situation, there could be stuff that I could do that might help, even though the situation might be... Now, granted, if there's a tornado coming at us, that's a whole nother story. If we're sitting here and we see a tornado, that's something entirely different. But as far as, the hurricane coming and stuff like that, I mean, it's going to happen. It could be really bad. I tell you, the thing that I will do for sure, if the wind, it depends on which way the wind's blowing, and I've changed my mind on something. Regardless, if the wind's blowing drastically from this side of the RV, pushing it this way, or if the wind is blowing drastically, from the door and pushing it this way, I'll put in the slides. I will put in both slides. And the reason is clear, that I have a lot of weight hanging already on this side of the RV. It's enough that even if you have your levelers out and everything, the RV will drop about a half of an inch, a quarter to a half of an inch, just putting out the slide. There's that much weight here. So it'd be a good idea to bring that slide in to help with the weight back inside the RV here. The other thing we're going to do is, this is going to sound kind of strange, but we're going to take showers. We'll probably take showers just because it's, we need to take showers for the day. Might as well do it early. But the other reason is to get a lot of gray water in our gray water tank. Our freshwater tank is full, so I have 60 gallons down below us, real low, helping with the center of gravity and the weight on the RV. Of course, the gray tank can be 45 gallons, and we probably have, I don't know, maybe half of that in here now. I'm going to look at this gauge like it means something, and it's not. It says the gray tank is full. Actually, it says 2/3 now. It's a joke. And then our black tank, it says our black tank's full. I love that. It always says the black tank's full, regardless.
I think the county that would be next to us is Hillsboro's below us, and it's Polk County that we were probably in.
Yeah, it's real close. Look up what Kathleen's in. Kathleen, Florida. Because Kathleen, Florida is not that far away. Now we're waiting for Amazon to come deliver some stuff. UPS is delivered out there. FedEx is delivered out there. I mean, everything's pretty much, business as normal. It's just, you just got to wait for the storm and see what happens. If these winds, like I said, are coming in, and for example, what we just experienced a few minutes ago that blew our bikes over, if that wind is sustained on any level, these slides are definitely coming in. Just to let you know. Definitely.
Polk County.
Polk County. Okay, so we are so close to Polk County, we could spit. Talk like a southerner since we're down here. I could spit and hit that county. So, yeah, we're just dealing with it. No crazy stuff. We'll pick this up later, maybe when the wind's blowing. So we have this major break in all this rain that we've been getting, and like I said, it just comes in bands and waves as those spiraling arms twist, like that octopus. As it twists, another arm and another band will come through, bringing a whole bunch more wind and rain. But right now, it's so calm out there, you couldn't believe that there's even a storm. So I made Heidi get out there and work her ass off. I made Heidi get in the back of the truck, and I didn't make her do anything. She hopped up in the back of the truck and she cleaned out the stuff, made room. And we took and shoved some boxes and stuff that we have in the back of the truck, and then stacked totes in the truck, because we're not going anywhere in the truck. So we could stack the totes a little bit higher, and we put the bikes back there. Then we moved the truck. So you guys can see what it looks like here. The truck's out here. And what it's going to do, hopefully, is take away some of the brunt of the wind that'll be hitting the RV. Now, the wind's will be coming from that direction and then that direction. So it'd have been nicer if the picnic table was out in the grass and I backed the truck up even further. But we'll see how this works, and I can always do that. If we finding the wind is moving the RV to the point where we think it might actually lean, unplug a couple things, and we can bring this slide in. The wardrobe slide, I'll probably bring it in anyways. It all depends.
And it's really not in the way of anything.
No. It's funny.
Pillows at night.
Yeah, it's funny because the wardrobe slide isn't in the way whenever it's in necessarily, other than me walking around the bed.
Well, with the mattress being a little bit taller,
yeah,
it kind of sucks open it, but you just still...
Yeah, you still open it.
If you need to.
So, we're prepared. Oh, and I'll be doing a review of this ice maker at a much later time when we got some seat time with it, but we just got that, and Amazon just put it outside in a bag in the middle of a storm. A knock on the door would have helped.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either, necessarily.
Because especially today,
he's just getting it done.
Tomorrow, he's probably not wanting to upset everybody, trying to get his route done quickly.
Right. Yeah, Heidi still gave him a negative.
A negative about what?
Review. You said, how did I do? And you said, ah.
No, I gave him, actually clicked on everything.
Well, you can see outside to some extent, but not very well. The neighbors parked their cars there. Whoops. Let's turn off that autofocus. Yeah, probably another hurricane warning or something. Let's hear what they got to say.
I just turned it off for you.
Oh, well, what's a tornado? It could be a tornado warning.
Has issued a flood warning for
Up, flood, never mind. We don't need to hear flood. We get it. But yeah, you can see this is looking out our back window here, and I'm sure that the footage isn't as good as it should be. So the deal is the rain wants to come blowing in immediately. Yeah, it's not horrible out here, but it's still pretty strong. Everybody's got their lights on for the most part. No, I guess not. Maybe we're the only idiots doing that. You see where the truck is parked right there. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're just sitting here. Finally, YouTube, for whatever reason, was all jacked up. And it wouldn't let us watch any videos for a while. Heidi took a little naparoni. In the meantime, We got all the lights out in the RV, again, so we can see outside easily. But we're testing the ice maker for the first time. I'm very impressed so far. That thing pumps out ice fast. They say it will make ice in fast as 6 minutes. Guess what happened?
6 minutes.
6 minutes on the nose. The alarm went off on the stopwatch that I had set up, or the timer, and the ice fell. So, anyways, Heidi's wanting to step outside because she wants to see how smoke affects the hurricane or the tropical storm. And she's hanging on to the door for dear life because there's gusts out here that are kicking up pretty darn hard. Some more ice just dumped. So the only thing I was concerned about, but the wind's coming from behind us. The wind is definitely coming from that direction, and that RV's blocking a lot of it. But the only thing I'm concerned about as I walk around here in bare feet. By the way, the temperature is warm. What do you think?
Yeah. 70s.
Yeah, it's in the 70s. It feels okay. The only thing that I was concerned with is the antenna. And it's still up there. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, Heidi's trying to see what smoke does here. Is it helping, honey? Is it quelching the hurricane? Yeah, I thought that the wind might... Oh, wow. I thought that the wind might be coming from the side here, which it's supposed to later, but it's not too bad right now. The thing to be concerned with, though, is when the winds are sustained a little bit more than what they currently are. I'll tell you right now, the way this feels, and you can ask Heidi and she'll confirm it, it feels just like if we were at the beach.
Yeah.
However, when there are gusts, it is a whole different story because the wind really kicks up here like that. and that wasn't even very harsh. I think there might be more. But
Don't wait until it slows down before you open the door.
yeah, we don't want to open that door and have it slam into the
It already not happen for any.
stupid stopper that's here. That's kind of a joke. I know it's really dark for you guys, but we wanted to get out here and document a little bit. And I'm sure that the wind is so goofy on the microphone, who knows if it's going to be good or bad. I could point you this way. Oh, got another alert. Let's make sure it's not a tornado.
The National Weather Service in Tampa Bay, Michigan has issued a flood warning for
Okay. Flood warning. Well, there's tons of those. There were so many tornado warnings earlier. It was crazy. But so far so good. It's a weird situation to be in. Hey, maybe we should put some crazy thumbnail. We'll say political unrest during a pandemic, surviving a hurricane, full-time RV living. Oh man. Oh, somebody had asked and I told them, let me tell you guys, very slow leak. There is a slow leak in the rear window of the RV. What a surprise. How surprised am I? I'm so surprised that whenever I heard that we were going to have a storm, I had already ordered silicone or Proflex sealant, or no, sorry, Dicor sealant for the RV in the back. The stuff that you get in a kit that seals a window. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and order that, so. All right, well, we're in between gusts, so this is good. We're going back in. Well, as you guys can see, we're in it now. We've got this kind of weather going on until, I don't know. I think they said something about 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, something like that. I don't know if it's going to go that long, but it's only 10 now. So Heidi, she said, you know what? Let me get in a comfortable position so I can stay up all night. Oh no, that's not it. She's getting in a position because she's already been asleep and she's gonna be sleeping shortly again.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, so am I. But
It's 10 o'clock.
I'd like to keep an eye on what's happening here. So let's see if we can see anything out here. This will be interesting. The wind has picked up greatly. The rain is just constant now, but the gusts are happening at a greater rate, but still nothing crazy. Oh, except for that, almost took the door away from me. Yeah. Oh, I better close the door here. But yeah, it's happening. We're just in here watching TV. YouTube was down for a while, guys. I posted something on Facebook, our Facebook page, because people were saying, hey, I can't watch your video, something's wrong with your video. And we did. We posted a video, obviously, and I don't know what happened, but we were having the same problem. I was trying to stream using our 4G hotspot. It didn't work. So I tried to watch the video on our phone directly, and it didn't work. And then I tried to use the MoFi, which is over there in the window. I know you guys can't see it necessarily. Here, you want to see it? There we go. It's over there in the window, and it didn't work. So I tried to use the park's Wi-Fi, and it didn't work. I could watch other stuff. I just couldn't watch any YouTube. The ice maker is awesome. In the short time that we've been running this, we started it at 6 o'clock, 4 hours, and you could see all the ice I had to get rid of, and we've got rid of a lot more of that, and it's been melting. This thing makes ice fast, very fast. So we're gonna let that thing run for a while. I'm turning off the disco light. We like to call it the disco light, although it's not doing it right now. There's a problem with the LED. So again, Heidi's in her mode, and we're just going to sit back and keep on getting news updates, live news updates. It's kind of crazy. It seems funny, but it's kind of crazy because I just don't know what to expect. And this is the first time in many, many, many years I don't know what to expect. Heidi and I was sitting here talking about it, and we're trying to get an idea of when is it going to be, when's it bad? Is it going to get better? Everything that we've ever experienced from our house all these years, we know whenever things get weird and we need to go to the basement. Even though a lot of times I don't, I know whenever it's gotten really rough. Same with the snow. I know whenever the way the bands line up and the way that the radar looks and the temperature that we're at, I know whenever I need to go out and maybe plow the driveway a couple of times before it was time for Heidi to go to work. I mean, I learned that, out of 20 years living at that house, I learned the weather, plus all the years that I lived in Ohio. Regardless of where we lived, you start paying attention and you know the weather. You know what to expect, when it's going to be bad, what areas are going to be flooded, what areas we got to be concerned with. And unfortunately, this is way new to us. And I can see where we're going to learn to be able to count on the weather, local weather. So what we're hearing on the local weather, since I mentioned it, is that all the storm, all the rain and everything is slowly moving out of Pinellas County. And I have a cousin and her kids and her husband. They live right down near the bottom of St. Pete. So Heidi's got her eyes closed. Everybody look. But yeah, right at the bottom of St. Pete, and I bet you they're dealing with it, so hopefully they're okay. But it's, as far as I can tell, as far as what the weather's saying, is that we're going to get hammered with rain. We're going to continue to get hammered with rain, and the winds are going to pick up here, and the winds are going to stay to a pretty decent level until probably 7 a.m. tomorrow, something like that. And they said at that point the winds are going to be 20 mile per hour or less. So I don't know. We're just going to, like I said, just, well, Heidi's going to sleep.
Yeah, I can't keep my eyes open for some reason.
Yeah, it's
I
called...
get to thinking about something, and the next thing I know, I'm like, oh no, I think he's probably got the camera on me. My eyes are closed.
I've had the camera on the whole time.
Oh gosh.
So, not a big deal. You can fall asleep, but I don't know how much I'll be sleeping tonight. I'm feeling a little bit better about the situation in the fact that the wind is hitting us from behind on these really hard gusts. And like I said, earlier in the day, we had a hard gust that broadsided the RV, and it moved it. It moved the RV. I'll tell you what, if I had something that I was trying to balance, I could see it falling over whenever that gust came through. So, all right, we're gonna leave it go. I doubt I'm gonna have to update you guys for the rest of the night. So we'll say goodnight to Heidi, and maybe goodnight to me too. We'll pick this up hopefully with clear skies, or clearing skies at least, as I hear water running down the RV. That's kind of weird. Well, we have rain. What a surprise. We did get good sleep, and the wind was pretty manageable. I'm telling you that the gust that we had, the one gust that we had yesterday, before we really were feeling the true effects of the tropical storm, that one gust, I don't know if it was a microburst or something that was trying to, a tornado trying to form or something, but we had a gust, and I'm telling you that I thought for just a split second there was a chance that the RV might lean. I mean, it really moved everything, and it was a long, strong push. It was like somebody backed into the RV, from the side. Anyways, we're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storm, I mean, obviously it's raining, but this is getting ready to, this is kind of like the last hurrah. There might be a few little stragglers and I'm talking about little popcorn spots on the map that might come through, but you can hear the rain here. This is one of those. This is one of those things that are just coming through. It's like you see those arms of the swirl. It's like a last little spotted tail of this whole thing. So I'm sure throughout the day here, but they say by like 2 o'clock we're supposed to, the chances of rain go down to hardly anything, and it's going to be warm. And then tomorrow's 82 and sunny.
It's I was out there earlier before the rain.
Yeah.
And it's warm. 77.
I'm still wearing.
It's supposed to be 80 today.
Still wearing my old clothes because we got to. Once this stops, we got to put Heidi's seat on her bicycle.
We're gonna go to the preserve today. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'd love to go back and see what that Hillsborough River looked like that we crossed now. I don't think that we could get. Well, first of all, I don't think we could get to the bridge because all those wet spots where you wiped out your bike.
It's flooded.
I'm sure that's flooded, but yeah, that's something. And I already told Heidi. I said, you know what? I think I might have been wrong. Why was I wrong? Well, that hunting thing that we read at the beginning of that trail, when we did the trail, it said there's going to be hunting at a certain time. It's a hog hunt. So, although they're not the tusk wild boars that you see at some place, there are wild hogs out there. I don't know if that's what we heard though. I still think that was a bird. It sounded just like a bird. I mean, one of these big birds, but I don't know. Like I said, I could be wrong because there's definitely hogs back there. So we're going to start our day that way. We're waiting for that to the rain to kind of get by. I'm gonna see if I can talk Heidi into a great breakfast of some kind. I don't care. And the ice maker works great. Again, we'll be doing a review of this at some point, but this thing makes ice so fast. So we just filled the bag full of ice, and I'm telling you, it's fast. It's heavier than I thought. I should have expected that. It's got a compressor in it. It's not noisy, but there's something running. It's like a coffee maker that's running. You know, you just keep on hearing a coffee maker, but this one does have a fan on it, but it's not a loud fan, but you can just hear it. And then you hear the water running inside of it, that kind of a thing. The footprint on the countertop, not a big deal. I think we're going to try to find a place for it, and since it's going to be a couple of days, we'll see if this video will come up and we can get your guys' comments on this. What do you think about us getting rid of one of our chairs? And guess which chair we'd get rid of? We've got chair number 1.
Right.
We'll call that chair number 1. And then we got chair number 2.
I don't want to get rid of it in case we get rid of the RV.
I know, but really, you think that when we get rid of the RV, somebody's going to go, well, we're going to, trade in, but you're missing a chair, so...
I don't know. Thinking about a trade-in or anything, but...
What, you think we'll just get rid of the RV?
Well, I don't know.
Well, still, though, you think that the sale of the RV...
But we have a lot of extra stuff, and, minus the stuff, the reason that it's like that now is because of the rain. And we didn't have any place to put the trash, because trash is an issue here.
Yeah,
there's not a dumpster we can... At this park, there's not a dumpster that you can take your trash to.
There's 3 cans, and they are small. To my standards, they're small cans. Our 3 cans at home are much bigger.
Yeah, they're supposed to be for people like us that are not here for... We're not annuals. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, everybody uses those.
Well, right, you could tell that they're like remodeling their... Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that? That wasn't my phone, was it? That was the weirdest sound. It said, "Bang." Sound like a banjo or sound like a guitar or something,
But anyway, I don't know. We're having a garage sale here on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a community-wide garage sale.
Maybe we can set it out there.
Yeah, obviously,
been set in.
This chair usually gets thrown in the where it belongs in the RV, in the pass-through. Some of this stuff is bike stuff that we have a tote for that is not supposed to be in here. Obviously, though, some of this it's just clutter. But the main reason we have this chair is the main reason that we like this RV. And I'll back up for you guys that haven't watched our video or anything like this. It's very cluttered again because we were stuck in here. We like the fact that there's a dinette here, which becomes my workstation. Now, with that said, and Heidi knows it's true, all I do is unclamp these 2 clamps here. This screen has a cover that's built into it that's already on there. It folds up, it gets put away. The laptop gets closed. All this stuff obviously can be moved. This was something we threw up here because we were thinking that we might have to put the slide in because of the wind, which I already discussed that. But the whole idea is her and I can sit here and eat. We can eat here. However, we have the TV trays, which are awesome, and we'll put the links down below for that. Yeah, I'll put the links down below for this too, because I always mention it, and somebody, sure enough, where'd you get that monitor? Well, how did you get that mounted to your laptop? I mean, the whole thing. But We'll put the links for these TV trays. I think they were a little on the expensive side for a TV tray. Well worth it though. These are very nice. They're the perfect height. They're sturdy. They're comfortable. They're easy to wipe off. They're just great. They're good TV trays. Now Heidi using it for her laptop at this point, but I use mine to eat every night. And now again, we could come over here, but since we're not, that's why I just leave my crap laying here. It's a workstation. It's a cluttered workstation. But anyways,
I think our next setup when we get to Wildwood, because have been here for what, 3 weeks?
Yes.
We're gonna be at our next place for 28 days. That when we first get there, we need to set up differently, and I know today that I'm gonna put stuff in that basket in its home. I don't know where the home is yet. I have an idea, and then that won't have to be moved every single time we move anything.
I'm trying to think about some of this. These baskets we have, were they meant to go onto that thing?
At one point they were, yeah.
Are they now yard sale items?
That could be, yeah.
Okay. So, getting back to what I was saying, we like the fact that the RV's not very long. Again, you got to remember that the RV, or if you don't know, somebody asked, did you do a tour of your RV? Yeah, we talked about our RV a couple of times in great detail. But it's 30 foot. The box is smaller than that. From the ball hitch to the bumper, well, this bumper's a little bit longer, but from the ball hitch to the bumper, the RV is 29 feet 9 inches. 29 feet 9 inches. The box is even smaller than that. And we have seating for 4 here, 3 friends there, but 2 mainly, and then 2 here. And when we went to the RV show, if you guys haven't been to RV shows, people are walking through the RVs constantly. One guy stopped where I'm at here, and Heidi and I was back there, and there was another person that stopped here, and there's another person by the door, and I thought, at that point, it dawned on me, I can't believe we've got 5 people in this living area in a 30-foot RV, and we've got plenty of room between us, and we could all sit down. We could have all taken a seat right then and had a place to sit. And there was still room for more. I'm talking about sitting comfortably, too. I'm not talking about one on top of each other. It was very comfortable. So at that point, that was pretty much it. I thought, I really like the room that this provides, and it's 30 foot long. Because, again, Heidi and I had that battle going on. She wanted 32, 33, 35, 37 foot long RVs. And I kept on saying, I don't want to tow and back up an RV that long. I can do 30, maybe 32. I would prefer 28.
Mostly it was due to more seating and the sleeping arrangement if we had kids.
Right.
That's why whenever it came to this,
right,
we knew that we could make this work.
That was the other thing. If we have visitors, this is also a plus. Although at that point it becomes much more, tight as far as quarter-wise. And when I say visitors, I mean overnight people, overnight visitors that might stay. So let's say our son-in-law, our daughter, and our grandson meet up with us somewhere, and they're going to stay the night, which is highly unlikely, I think. But if it was to happen, we can take, of course, obviously, clean up. We could take these 2 chairs and we can push them back into that corner. This island extension goes down. These 2 things can move around the corner. The bed comes out. Once the bed comes out, they have those 2 chairs that they can sit in, or they can store their stuff, on the sides of the bed, under the bed. There's options for them. And if we wanted to, which we talked about, we could temporarily just clip up a blanket from, the corner of the cabinet to over here, and they would have their own private area. They have their own door. They can, move in and out of their bedroom through this hanging blanket wall thing that we set up. and it's their area. Once they come through the blanket area, they have access to everything just like we do. And they can come into the bathroom and use the bathroom without disturbing us in the bedroom. Now, if Heidi and I want to come out, we have, this area we can sit in, and they can sit over there. They can put their bed away. I mean, you could see where it could work as kind of like a temporary room for them that's private enough. And they have their, obviously, like I say, their own door they can go in and out of. We have our own door we can go in and out of. We don't have to disturb them. They can use the common kitchen. We can use the common kitchen. You get the gist there. That was kind of our idea behind it all. That's one of the only reasons, other than you can't get to the bathroom with the slide-in, that we didn't go with the 2608 BS. Well, we liked that one a lot, except it was lacking a couple of seats, and you couldn't get into the bathroom. But more importantly, we couldn't section that off for visitors to where, we couldn't get to the kitchen then. Like if the bed is out, somebody's staying in the bed, we couldn't get up in the morning and go, I'm going to go have coffee. And even if you walk out your bedroom door and then come in the kitchen door, you got to deal with them on their bed. So that's the only reason we didn't go with the 2608. Now, with that said, this is a couples camper. We are a couple. We're not necessarily entertaining folk, especially now because of the whole COVID thing. When we were making these decisions, that was before all that. So as far as needing all of this entertainment space, not really.
It's nice for us.
It is nice because, I sit over here and I work. Heidi hangs out on the couch. Obviously, the blankets start coming out of the ottoman, and she puts them down. She takes her little nap. Once I'm done working, or I've got editing the video, producing or uploading or something, and I want to watch TV, I can take the ottoman, I pull it over, and I've got the chair there. I just put my feet up and I watch TV. That's kind of what I was getting ready to do before I started shooting this video. So I don't know how entertaining this is, but I think there's a lot of subscribers that came on with us that don't know or don't remember. I've never watched us talk about our RV, why we bought it, or anything else for that matter. I don't know what our neighbor's doing there. He's looking at his stuff, I think. He's probably got a branch or something on there. But the RV definitely works, especially when towing. However, this is why we've discussed fifth wheels to some extent. The fifth wheel thing is definitely still a consideration. The thing with the fifth wheel is we can go longer, and our towing length and our backing length and maneuverability length overall would be shorter than this. What I'm saying is I could get a 36-foot fifth wheel, and once it's mounted up to the truck, it would be about the same length from the front bumper of the truck to the rear bumper of the fifth wheel. And yet we would have another 6 foot of interior space. So it's something that we're considering. And I guess we'll play the lottery maybe. Maybe we win the lottery. Let's play this Florida lottery. Wonder what it's like. But no, the RV's a mess. I hope the whole time you guys are listening to me talk, you just are shaking your heads like, man, I can't believe it. Yeah, it's lived in, and I'm telling you that we cannot get into the routine yet, and we're learning. So you guys need to put that in the back of your.
I'll just let you know
caps.
It's not dirty.
Yeah, it's not dirty. Yeah, I'm walking around in my bare feet, and I don't have anything on. Heidi sweeps constantly in here. Is always Swiffer mopping it or something. I don't know. It's always clean.
It got a little messy last night. So I did straighten up.
Yeah.
And then it gets messy.
Oh yeah,
and then just like somebody said that dinner's not done until everything's put away. I don't have anybody to tell me that.
If every park we go to is like this one, we're going to be happy with the system. Now, granted, there's not a lot of stuff for us to do. We can go make our own fun. We understand all that stuff. if we go into Zephyr Hills, there's plenty to do in Zephyr Hills. Because the COVID, it just seems weird because we will not go into bars, we will not go into restaurants, and I'll tell you, I'm just scared to death of the ventilation inside because I don't know if you guys remember, and I'm sure half the people are going, "This is a conspiracy." I don't know. Listen, all I know is that whenever they were talking about whenever Wuhan first broke out, that they had a spread that was over like 100 miles away that showed up almost immediately, and it was directly traced to people that came out of Wuhan and ate at a restaurant, and the closest that any of them got to the other tables inside that restaurant was like 14 feet. And all they could figure out once they looked at it was because of the ventilation. The ventilation circulated whatever was going on over to this other table somewhere, like I say, that was more than 14 feet away. They just gave that 14-foot mark because of, how it happened. And it didn't have to do with the waiter necessarily or anything like that. They were dead set positive that it was based on the ventilation in the restaurant. So we're trying to stay out of places that have ventilation. Now, it's funny because I swear we were getting a little bit more lax, thinking, okay, we're finally coming out of this COVID thing, and man, it's just spiked everywhere. So when we were in, we obviously we're masked up whenever we go into places.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, they that's what it says on the door.
Yeah.
Just follow their rules. It's not your place.
Right.
So, we're not going to get into all that.
So I was concerned when we were at the T-Mobile store twice.
All that time.
Yeah, there was a lot of time there. Had the mask on the whole time. Hand sanitizer, constantly. Heidi keeps one on her purse. Somewhere here. There you go. She got a little hand sanitizer on her purse. I have 2 in my truck. And if the store offers it, we use it at the store. When we go through the drive-thru, after they hand us our food and our credit card back, or if we have to touch something, we'll hand sanitize before we...
I mean, because I was working retail and I was wiping everything down, customers see me do that. I don't see that.
Yeah, we don't see people...
honestly, at the T-Mobile store,
nobody.
It looked like somebody licked the door.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
It was so dirty. It looked like they were licking on it.
Yeah.
You could tell that they didn't wipe it off. There was fingerprints all over it, and I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not a medical expert.
Now, with that said, I got a stuffy nose. Hopefully it's just the air conditioning.
I think that's just, it's on and off for me.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, living in the air conditioner here, it's tough on you. I really want to go outside though. The weather's broke again, and it looks like it's clearing up. I guess I can show that to you guys if I can make it work here.
Looks like it's still a bit cloudy out there, but I bet you we see blue skies by the end
I
of the
bet
day.
you we do too.
Because
yeah, if you guys want to
the sun is peeking out.
See the animation here. You see, this little dot is us, obviously, and like I said, there's some pop-up stuff that is happening occasionally, but it's past us. We might have some stragglers, like I said, that might pop up occasionally and hit us. Like we've got another one coming. Looks like it's even got yellow in it. That'll be kind of cool. It's loading a little slow there. So, yeah, we got another little burst that might hit us here. But like Heidi said, clear skies are coming after that. Let's look at the 10-day. You can see right back into sunshine. I mean, it says mostly sunny, partly cloudy, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, mostly sunny.
80s.
But, yeah, 82, 82, 83, 80. Then we got 75, 73, 75, 79, 80. The lows at night, 65, 70, 69, 59. Here's some cooler days, 54, 56. Ooh. I just looked at the house, and the high is our low on one of those real low days.
That's funny.
Here's the other thing. Heidi was on the phone this morning. Still, our trash can is sitting by the road. We put the trash can out when we left, basically, shortly after. And the guy said, she called and said, hey, the trash can's still there. And the guy had told the lady she'd spoke with or put notes in that he was there yesterday and it wasn't there. Well, he wasn't at our house because it's been there for a while.
I'm sure that she goes through this all the time, and she seriously asked me where I had my can.
Yeah, that's goofy.
But I guess she has to do that.
Well, here's the thing, but I don't understand this. Who cares where the can is? You know where the address is at.
Yeah.
Unless somebody's keeping their trash can in their garage, which my dad and my stepmom do. They keep it in their garage. Most people have their trash cans outside. Go to their house with your little truck and walk around their house and look for the can that has your name on it. Grab the can and take it. If the customer's called and said, I cancel my service, here's the funny part. They said, well, we don't even have that you have a can with us. Well, that's because whenever you bought the company that we used to be with, you must have not paid attention.
So I don't know what the issue is on getting it picked up, but anyway, she just kept asking me where I had it at.
Out by the road.
The same place I had it for over 15 years.
Well, as soon as the trash is out of it, which should be today, the can will be out of our yard. We'll have our neighbors come throw it out in the street. I bet you Kimball refuse, or they come get it then. All right, we talked long enough. We're going to start our day, and we'll see if this video ends abruptly, or I've been doing that a lot, guys, because I can't tell how much stuff we got on a video and how much I've edited it down. And sometimes I'm looking, I'm at like the 45-minute mark, and I have like one more clip to put in. I'm like, I guess we don't say goodbye on this video. I'll tell you what, we'll say goodbye on this video just in case. So go ahead, Heidi.
As always, we hope to see you out here. Bye!
Bye, guys.